Hey guys, welcome to the second narrative campaign video for my Reclamation of Phlorvex narrative campaign. If you haven't seen the first introduction video or the initial battle report, then I'd encourage you to go and have a look at those, because they're going to give you a bit of information as to what's going on here, a bit of background to what I'm doing with this. So yeah, go and check those out first. But yeah, in the first battle report, which you've probably seen by now, the Space Marines took a little bit of a hammering. The Orkz sort of really pushed them back, almost wiped them out. But yeah, this is the next stage, so let's see where the story's going to go. This second scenario is called Defence of the Spaceport. The first encounter between the Orkz and the Salamanders was a close-fought street fight that saw the Space Marines pushed back by the marauding Orkz and failing to achieve their reconnaissance objective. Captain Agatone, realising that the Orkz were going to be a force to be reckoned with and would require the full weight of his force to be defeated. However, the resistance that his recon team had encountered meant that the exact location of the Orkz was still unknown, but he could deduce from the direction of their attack that they were coming from the northwest of the planet's main continent. With this in mind, he ordered his company to land at a derelict spaceport to the southeast of the Ork's estimated location and use its facilities to unload the remainder of their forces, in preparation for an advance into Ork-held territory. Meanwhile, Big Mech Kogzag was growing impatient as his research was going slower than he would have liked, and he was starting to look for something to distract himself. When his looting party reported that they'd found Space Marines to fight, he wasted no time in rounding up his strongest forces and heading out in a hope of finding a good fight. When he found the Salamanders at the spaceport, they hadn't finished landing all their forces, and Kogzag was initially disappointed at the apparent small size of the army he was facing. He thought it wouldn't provide the type of battle that his boys wanted. But, as they attacked, they discovered a much stronger resistance, as more squads of Space Marines and tanks arrived from the spaceport's landing pads, and the Terminators teleported directly into the heart of battle. With the Orkz attacking while he was still trying to land his forces, Agatone knew that he needed to hold the port's key facilities in order to land enough of Third Company to defeat the Orkz before they overwhelmed his position. So yeah, the second scenario here, seeing the Orkz launching an all-out attack on a Space Marine held spaceport they're using to land their reserves, the rest of the company in, to really start to take fight to the Orkz. But the Orkz are coming before the Space Marines have fully landed, so it's going to be a 2,000 point battle, with the Orkz deploying first and getting to go first, using the standard Dawn of War deployment. But the Space Marines will only be allowed to deploy 2 troops units and 1 extra unit at the start of the battle. Everything else goes into reserves, which is going to put them at a significant numerical disadvantage at the start of the mission. Now, there's going to be 3 objectives, and they're all going to be in the Space Marine deployment zone. They're going to be a power generator, a command bunker, and a control tower. And the idea is that the Space Marines need to hold these 3 objectives. At the end of each turn, from the second turn onwards, if the Space Marines are holding these, they're going to get bonuses to their reserve rolls. So the command tower is going to allow them, the control tower is going to allow them to deep strike 1 unit of Terminators without needing to roll for reserves. The command bunker is going to allow 1 unit that was rolled for as reserves to arrive via outflank, even if this was a unit that couldn't normally outflank. And the power generator is going to supply power to a landing pad off the board and allow 1 unit to arrive from reserves in the normal manner from the Space Marine table edge without needing to roll for reserves. So holding these is going to give the Marines a big boost and hopefully help them to get their forces on in time to counter the Orkz before the initial force gets overrun. Now, the Orkz are looking to destroy these facilities rather than capture them. They're not really of any value to the Orkz, and the Orkz just want to destroy. So to destroy them, the Orks are going to have to assault them in the Ork assault phase, stay in contact with them till the till the start of the next Ork movement phase. So they have to weather a turn of fighting with the Space Marines. If they do that, then they'll have successfully set charges on the objective, and then at the end of the Ork movement phase, the objective will blow up with the same effect as a vehicle destroyed result. And essentially the aim is that the Orks need to blow up more buildings than the Space Marines hold. So the Space Marines hold them like a normal objective, Orks want to blow them up. And yeah, that's really the plan. Now this is obviously being 2,000 points, going to be a much bigger mission than before, get to see a lot of other units, and both the commanders, Cogsag to fix it, the Ork Big Mech, and Captain Agatone of the Salamanders 3rd Company will both be taken to the field in this fight, so we're going to roll for their warlord traits, and these will stay with them throughout the campaign as long as they survive. There is a chance that they can get killed, and if they're killed in the battle, there is a small chance that they will be killed in the campaign as well in the backstory, so that's going to make this a very interesting fight, and yeah, going to have to see what happens. So the battle report, I think the amount of footage I'm going to have is going to need to be split over 2 halves, but it'll be the next video or next 2 videos up on the channel, and yeah, go and check it out. See you later, bye.